I would hate to be in a position where I am fighting my child like I'm fighting somebody on.
Yeah, that's crazy to me. I can't even imagine.
This is like a lot of us do that when we meet someone. You already put like you have a certain preconceived idea about who they are, and you can be totally off.
Welcome to another episode of Not Your Average Aunties podcast, and I am Joe.
I'm Key.
And I'm Jay, and we like to keep it real,
raw,
and relatable
while sharing our opinions
and experiences
and feelings.
All right.
Woo, 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 woo.
How's everybody?
Good,
And
good,
yeah.
good.
No complaints, no complaints.
Love to hear it. What we see Saturday, Joe?
What if we were wrong about some things? To have a space to admit our misconceptions, biases, and areas where we've grown.
We're being vulnerable with you people today.
Huh?
So can I ask a question before we jump into it?
Go for it.
What are some crazy and weird and wild things you've been hearing or seeing out there in the world today?
You know what? The first thing that comes to mind was the incident. Although I didn't watch this episode, but Jackie Christie and her daughter.
Oh my God.
I didn't watch it, but of course it's all over
But you've seen the video?
I seen the video, and I just was like, what's going on with that dynamic between mother? It just seemed like it was really off. I didn't know.
It's always been off. That's been like that from the show.
So I don't watch, but I just, it's
I think even outside of the show, did you ever watch the show? Like when it first aired?
I did, but not, like I wasn't very like.
Yeah. So I think Jackie's an OG, right? She
Yeah, she one, right? I know that.
So I think historically it was with both her daughters.
She has that same relationship?
Yeah, so she has a daughter before her marriage to Doug.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
From what I know,
this is the one that she was arguing.
No. This on the show? No, that's her daughter with Doug.
Yeah, that's Doug's.
That's Doug's daughter.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So she has another older daughter.
Okay.
Who they've had issue for years. And I think she wrote a book about it and all this kind of stuff. And she
I didn't even realize that because they both look alike.
No,
they don't look that much different.
They don't look that much alike. And the thing about it, her issue with her was that she was dark skinned, overweight, blah blah blah, compared to the one she had with Doug. So Doug, Chantel, and I know these people's names. That's bad. Anywho's going on.
Yeah.
So apparently she has the weirdest relationship, I guess, with her daughters.
Yeah.
And it's like a mixed bag of feelings when you read some of the comments. It was like the daughter was wrong, Jackie was wrong. At the end of the day, not understanding all the intricacies of what's happened, I would hate to be in a position where I am fighting my child like I'm fighting somebody on.
Yeah, that's crazy to me. I can't even imagine it. Yeah.
And this happens. She's not the only. They're not the only.
I know.
Parent-child relationship where this has happened at.
Yeah.
But I cannot fathom fighting my child like they're a stranger on the street, or even having my child not be so angry at me. Like,
yeah,
let's get to the bottom of this. And everybody's saying that she got on the show because I think she became a regular on the show this year.
The daughter.
Okay. That she got on the show. This was her whole plan, was to get on the show to out her mother. And they were saying that she was wrong because she's calling her mother a bitch. She pushed her mother first, whatever.
I did see
that. Her mama jacked her.
He knocked her down.
Like, her face went woof.
Because she kept telling her, let's leave it alone.
Yeah, and she definitely should have left. She should have never walked.
I think what the issue was, her daughter called because I guess she wanted to have a conversation with her and her mother wasn't responding. And she just kept saying she didn't want to talk.
Yeah, right.
So because she didn't get the response she wanted, she was supposed to have left and just let it go.
Yeah.
But instead of doing that, she turned back around.
Yeah.
Jackie kept saying, bye, see you later. Yeah, she's,
That was wild to me because push her. Like, I can't imagine pushing
my mother.
Push my mother.
Yeah.
I'm saying, like, yeah, insane to me.
Yeah, she was saying that her mother touched her arm first, and that's why.
Yeah, no, that's she mother. I know that, but
it still wasn't worth the push. It wasn't worth the debt. I'm like, none of it should have happened.
Yeah, so when you asked, that's the most recent. That's wild to me.
Yeah.
There's other things too.
Oh yeah, there's a whole bunch of crazy stuff. Yeah. What about you? Anything crazy on your end?
Not recently, no.
So one of the things that I've seen the current wife found out that the ex-wife was recording her and her now husband, well, the ex-wife of the husband was had cameras in their home recording them. And by her doing that, she got access to like all kinds of information, financial information, like stuff that she should not have access to. I thought that was wild.
That's insane.
Wild.
First of all, how did she even get in the house?
I want to know that. How did she get in there to put these damn cameras in there? And because the wife was saying she kept hearing something, because, you know, the cameras had like a two-way thing. And she kept hearing something. That's how she realized somebody was listening to that.
Conversations. Crazy.
Wild.
What would you do?
What would I do in that
situation? It would be more than suing her. I'm sorry.
Well, I mean, again,
I take it to the judicial system. I'm sorry, I'm not violent, but I don't know.
No, I mean, I just think that's interesting, because like the current ex-wife. Okay, so the current wife, I don't know, like, because I would wonder, like, why are you in my house? What
is that about?
And you holding on to something.
This sounds like some damn Tubi movie shit to me.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. I do have something other crazy one, but what do you got?
The only thing that I saw that was crazy to me, a guy was at the mall with the girlfriend, and they just had twin babies. And the wife of 22 years caught them at the mall. So she was using...
He was with the side one.
He was with the side one. And apparently he's been with the side one half the time that he was married to his wife, and they got twin babies now. It's not... So the recording is saying, this is my evidence for the divorce. This is all going to be up in court. And the girlfriend didn't even know that he was married. So she's finding out that he has a wife.
Wow.
Where you be at, dude? You ain't with me all the time. Where you be at?
He was a player.
You from near him and Nick? He was a player. And
he had it. Almost 11 years, 22 years. You've been carrying out this double life.
Yeah, he had it. He had a story on that.
That's why I don't think she did that. The side chick, she had to have been lying about knowing that he was maybe not. Listen,
you never know what you never know.
Either that or she knew that he was married, but she didn't know the extent that they were still together.
It's not far us,
yeah.
Or denial. People live in denial.
You having babies now?
Baby.
Go on.
Goes back to what's that show?
Yeah. So the other thing that I saw recently, did y'all see the one in Coldplay? So did you see?
Wow.
It was a CEO, and he was at a concert with the HR officer. So both of them booed up. Like he was standing behind her with his arms around her, and they was at a Coldplay concert, right? And then you know how they do the kiss cam, so they put it on them. And
I say both of them duck.
Wait, because the guy, Cole, I forget the guy's name, the guy was singing. He was like, oh, look at these two. And he goes, what, either they're having an affair,
right,
or they're just camera shot.
Right.
And when he ducked down, and she was just like yo. And the thing with that is, if they both would have just been still, it wouldn't have been a big thing. Yeah. It wouldn't even have made the internet.
Probably
because
wouldn't have.
It wouldn't have.
But I think his arms is around her. But even still,
I know what you're talking about now, but there wasn't no caption or nothing. It just says, oh, they got caught at a concert. It didn't talk.
No, he caught.
They were.
Oh, and you seen it. Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But the thing about it is, if you think about it, if they just would have been like this, there would have been no court.
Yeah.
So it wouldn't have been a story.
You made it juicy by doing what you was doing.
They started. They went in hiding. They went in hiding immediately. But here's the catch. This dude keep trying to sue them now.
You can't sue Coldplay. Sorry.
Yeah. He said
it wasn't consent.
Right.
I didn't give you consent.
Dude, you on the public forum acting a fool. So they both since resigned. But hey.
Wow.
That is a lot. A lot. Both of them. They both were married.
It sucks. And apparently her, I don't know how true it is, but allegedly she comes from like her husband is like big in Boston. Like he got money. Wow. So there's speculation of there's speculation that because her husband is so wealthy, you don't know whether he paid the cameraman You don't, this that bit, that shit, speculation.
That's why I thought it was a setup the whole time.
You just never know. I mean, I just know when you have a lot of money, you can do whatever, a lot of stuff. But it sucks even for, I feel for both the husband and the wife or the spouse. Yeah, I feel for the kids. I feel like that sucks.
You just can't blame nobody else but yourself. Yeah. All right. So
anyway,
topic at hand.
What if we were wrong about some things?
I guess the only thing that I could say that I had a misconception about is how older people are supposed to be. But as time went on, you see how you got people over 50 living their best life. If the age is not hindering how they, carry themselves or the things that they're capable of doing. So
you thought when you were younger, like 50 years old,
I thought 40 was a what?
Right, so you probably thought, hey, you supposed to be this way at 50 or that. Yeah. So you're holding on like different perceptions of.
And that was my interception when I became a grandparent. That's why I was dead set against being called grandma.
Got it. Okay.
Because grandmas are supposed to be in them long ass wearing a wig with glasses sitting on the.
So untrue.
I'm sitting on the recliner.
They might be wearing a wig now, but them stomachs is snatched and they out there in these streets. Baby, yes. They done got all their stuff together. They don't look like her grandma.
See, messing with 20 and 25-year-olds
can't do, but I won't like fuck it this that does, sometimes, do what you got to do.
What about after 30 years old? Some things I guess for me is when people are sharing things, they're not always looking for you to offer advice. Mm-hmm. So, and this is kind of pretty much really recent. It's not that old that I've come to this revelation, like, because I'm always coming from a place of trying to help. Okay. So, but everybody's not always looking for that. So I've realized that I need to wait until they ask me. So if they start venting and they start talking, just listen. And if they say the words, what do you think? Or some kind of cue to say they want your opinion, then I'll give that opinion. But now I'm learning to be more of a listener. I feel like I'm an active listener, but I'm always listening from a place of how can I help this person? Mm-hmm. And they don't always want that. So I'm learning to just sit back, sit tight. And then also in the same vein, like, even if they did, I have to have some kind of discernment that the person that I'm talking to, even though they may be asking for advice, they really don't want your advice. So kind of like either ask them, do you really want to hear what I got to say? Or are you just saying it just to think I want to hear your advice? So those kind of things, like being more mindful of me and how I interact with people.
Okay. I think one of the biggest things I can say and admit, especially when I was much, much younger, and I mean, maybe as a teenager, because I think I definitely shifted in my 20s how I thought, but I think I judged other women without even realizing it, without even knowing their story, knowing their... Like and this is like a lot of us do that when we meet someone. You already put you have a certain preconceived idea about who they are, and you can be totally off.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'm on the mark, but there's been times and you're totally off. And I think sometimes we can judge people on even. I think in even previous episodes, I may have made sneaky, remarks about if you want to do certain surgeries or whatever, and I think the reality is it's really about that person. It has nothing, it's more projection.
Yeah.
A lot of times when we make those, she wears too much makeup or that, first of all, I'm a makeup girl. I always love that stuff. So that's probably not a good example because makeup is not a good example for me because I'm into that stuff. But
yeah,
if you pick something else, it's we can judge and we should.
Yeah. I think at the onset, human nature, you'll come to some type of assumption in your head. I think the thing is, if you continue to believe or carry on that narrative or whatever you thought in your head and you don't know the person, I think that's where the judgment kind of sticks. But if you say, okay, that looks whatever, or you think whatever you think about the person at the first onsight of them and don't check yourself immediately. Because it's just human nature. You think things or things pop in your head, whether you want to think them or not, just to check yourself and don't move forward with the assumption or thought that you class.
Exactly. Yeah. Because I find it's very easy to judge.
Yeah.
And I had written a note here. One of my notes is easier to judge than to confront why it made you uncomfortable. Mm-hmm. So it's easier to just be like, that ain't right. Why you got all that? Why you got to be here? Why you got...
Yeah.
So you have to figure out why is it uncomfortable for you?
Yeah.
How does that impacting me?
Yeah.
It's really not.
Exactly.
It really isn't. Sometimes we project, and I try not to. I'm challenging myself now, which is much easier because I've been in the mode like I'm not going to project. That's what they want to do. That's fine, but I'm trying to not. I don't want to judge anybody. Yeah, so just do what you got to do.
Exactly. Like this may be a judgment or it may not be a judgment. I don't understand how people can come to say they make us all look bad when they do certain things.
You talking about when they talking about black folk?
Anybody, like when they like, okay, if some people have the thing that certain women of a certain size shouldn't wear certain things.
Yeah.
They make us all look bad. I'm like,
that's not true.
That's not true. Because I look good or feel good in what I feel, and they may look good or feel how they feel in what they have on. That has nothing to do with me.
Yeah.
So I don't take, so those kind of things, and that could be me being judgy. I'm whatever, call it what it call it. I just don't think you should take that on. And I don't do that. I don't take on other people's beliefs or whatever they do in their life on.
So there's an argument, like I'm gonna use that in a sense of for black folks, right?
Mm-hmm.
If we black women, if we are wearing wigs or wearing certain things or just having a certain aesthetic, and it may not be to the liking of, let's say, someone who's has more money. You know, those are the 10. They making you dressing like that. You making us all look bad. To me, that person is like bad to who?
Right. Right.
Like, who is it bad?
Who's it bad to?
Is it bad to white people? Because are you trying to get in close proximity to them? Or are you looking for?
But they make the statements that way. Yeah.
So who is it making bad?
Right.
You know, when we talk about like how people, their demeanor and how they carry themselves, they're talking in a certain vernacular.
Underestimating.
They're underestimating. They may say, "Oh, if you speak that way, you making black women look bad." Again, I challenge to who?
Right.
Because I may speak if I'm speaking to a certain group of people, I may speak in a certain vernacular in one way, and then when I get into the office, I'm speaking a different way. But it's like, who am I trying to impress here? Yeah. And the people I'm speaking to, they may very well understand exactly what I'm talking about. Right. So I feel like a lot of that is projection.
Yeah.
They may be embarrassed.
Right. I agree.
Right?
Yep.
And it's like, who are you trying to impress?
Right.
Because half the time, some people ain't even checking for you.
For real.
But that's my take. Yeah. I try really to challenge myself not to be as judgmental on even people's situations.
Absolutely.
Because you never know. Everybody lives different lives and things happen.
Don't know their story.
Yeah.
That comes with, I was watching something the other day where somebody was saying that when people say mean things about them or whatever, that has more to do with them than it does to you.
Yeah.
And
deflecting.
It's too much energy to spew something mean back versus just saying to them, you know, I don't like what you said to me. That wasn't nice what you said to me. I don't know why you would say that to me, but it wasn't nice. Like, be more nice about telling them how they treated you versus retaliating in the same way.
Yeah.
Which I thought was a very good way to handle it.
Yeah, said it with that. Yeah. Yeah. And that speaks to another comment I had raised on where I said our perceptions are shaped by culture, family, sometimes even social media.
Absolutely.
And our own insecurity. We don't think about that. It is our own insecurity. So it's like, you got to figure out how to grow from that.
Yeah.
Because a lot of times we judge is because of this is what I know. This is what me. But it's like.
And then my way is the right way. And it's not always the right way.
I like to vibrate on a higher frequency. Same. I don't want stress. So it's like, okay, no problem.
It's funny. My brother and I were talking about frequency early yesterday. So it's like that's the level he's on. So
good.
He's like, get on this. I said, I'm already on it, bro.
It's free, baby. I don't want it. I don't want no stress.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
When did you start giving yourself permission to evolve?
I've been evolving since I was 18. I always strive to not be the same person.
I feel like it's a daily thing.
Yeah.
I think every day.
Change.
Yeah.
And you can. So many people say, I can't do that. Can't. Yes, you can. It's whether you want to or not.
Every day. And even if you take a step back, just keep trying to go forward.
Yeah.
I think it's a daily thing. Permission for me probably came a little bit later in life as I got more confident and believing in myself more. And it's only getting better.
Yeah.
But I probably started when I had kids, but then it really, when I turned 40.
That's why I say 18, yeah.
I was like,
yeah.
Whoa, who's this lady here?
Yeah.
And then even now, to this day, maybe not even a couple of days ago, I'll ask myself, who's this new person here?
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Like, I'm reintroducing myself to me sometimes.
Absolutely. What about you?
I started asking myself, I guess, later on, same thing as Janine. And then now going through the free metaphor, it's really made me look at my life and everything about it and just reflect.
And of free change.
And yeah.
That's good though.
Yeah.
I mean, I know it's difficult going through the process, like menopause ain't nothing.
It just opens up your eyes to a whole nother dimension that I never looked at before. So
I think it's important. I've always tried to just I never wanted to be a part of my environment. And I always wanted to challenge myself to think differently, do things differently. And even sometimes when I say things and come out of my mouth, I do a lot of self-reflection. Always, and sometimes in the moment, to say, is that good what you said? Okay, and now I'm at the point where, is that good what you said? No, it's not, but fuck it. I'll fix it later. Oh, maybe I won't. But it's at least acknowledge, I could have did this better. It's just, or just to your point, who am I going to be in this next chapter of my life?
Right. So apparently I have a softer side now that I didn't have before.
That may be a good thing. So that's what it is. So the head he was around. Oh, and shit.
But sometimes you got to. So yeah, but I'm appreciating the fact that I am developing a soft.
Just have to. I like to have that. I love my feminine energy. See, I can go both ways.
Yeah.
Right?
I think you have to. It depends on the situation, right? So, like, for me, one of the other things that I'm realizing, like, I worry too much about people's feelings. And not to say that I don't care about your feelings. If I meant what I said, and it happened to not sit well with you, I should not apologize for it, because that's my feeling. That's my emotion. That's my truth. And when you start to try and adjust your feelings and your truth because of how somebody else felt or received it, that's not good.
Yeah.
So I've learned to stop doing that.
Okay.
And I'm like at the point where I'm going to try and be mindful, because I've always knew from a class that I took years ago that you can't control how somebody receives your message. You can control how you deliver it.
Right.
So no matter how I deliver it, not no matter how, if I know that what my best intentions are in delivering my message is not to hurt you, upset you, or make you feel bad, and that's still how you receive it, I can't control
that. Yeah.
I don't own your feelings. You do. I only own mine.
Yes.
So I've learned that.
And it speaks to another thing. I think sometimes we can be so hell-bent on, this is my way is the right way. My way is the right way. But I've learned that life will humble your ass real quick. Your way is not always the way, it's the right way.
And you got to be open to learning something different and trying it a different way.
Yeah.
Give it a try. You don't know. It may work out better.
You don't know. Listen, I'm very much Zen. I'm open to understanding different things, because the biggest things too is cultures. Yeah. We may have a view of things, but the more you travel and understand different cultures, you'll learn that they have a different view. And just because your way is your way, it doesn't make it right or wrong. And their way doesn't make it right or wrong. So I think that will solve a lot if people just would travel and intermingle with different cultures and be open and receptive. It'll definitely be less judgmental.
Yeah. And just even seeing how things are done differently or handled differently. Like, people be like, okay, I see how that went down. They still was in their honest way, most authentic way, but it happened. The outcome was different.
Yeah.
So I think that's good. How do you respond when your old mindset tries to creep back in? Because it happens sometimes. Like, you trip up a little bit every now and again.
I really try to challenge myself to not think that way.
Yeah.
And like, okay, why am I thinking? Why am I reverting back?
What happens?
Easier.
Yeah.
It seems safer
and easier. And it's like, wait, hold on now, girl, what you doing?
Yeah. It's either easier or safer, or something triggered it.
Yeah.
Like you stopped flying off the handle. Like, I no longer fly off the handle. Then something happens and you went to go fly off the handle. Like, you had to stop yourself because you had to remind yourself, I don't do that anymore.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
But something triggered it or something happened that made you feel that you had to respond that way. But if you catch yourself soon enough, you won't respond that way. So
a lot of my reactions now have been triggering.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I'm trying to get out of that. So it's me reflecting and reevaluating what happened and thinking of different ways that I could have handled it better versus how I used to stand.
Yeah, knowing the triggers.
Yes.
Myths or opinion on this ones. What do you want to know?
No fun facts.
Only fun fact I had was International Day of Older Persons. Established by the United Nations, this day is celebrated on October 1st each year to raise awareness to issues about how older people are affected with stereotypes and how people's conceptions of them are. I thought that was interesting.
I think they be making up all these damn national days.
It's National Day.
Every day is something. National Cupcake.
They was to get it out of that.
It's supposed to celebrate the contributions to celebrate their contributions to society and get rid of the stereotypes.
Stereotypes of yeah, but I want to know who came up. Not who came up, but who declares that this is the day.
Well, apparently, because it says the United Nations.
So I don't know who submits this.
Exactly.
It's something. It's like you never know.
Exactly. Anyway,
they want this day to be the day. That's it.
People be celebrating that shit.
I'm telling you. So
every day is something new.
Is a different thing to celebrate.
Yeah.
Well, I guess to close out, it's like, listen, guys, the way you thought 10 years ago, 5 years ago, even yesterday, it's okay to change it and it's okay to evolve. In fact, I encourage you to evolve and challenge your way of thinking and broaden your horizon.
And own it. Say, I thought that way back then, but I no longer think that way now.
Especially in relationships.
Yeah.
That's being touched on that, but especially in relationships.
Yeah.
You could have one way of thinking and your partner could have shifted or whatever could have triggered you thinking something different. You can say, you know what, I thought that then, but I don't think that way now. Mm-hmm. And I encourage you to have those conversations. It's all about living and evolving and challenging your outdated beliefs. Yeah. Nothing wrong with it. If you got some misconceptions or things that you thought about years past or even yesterday or hell, 5 minutes ago, drop it in the comments and tell us how you have evolved and flipped over to the other side. Alternatively, if there's something like, this is the way I am, you want to hear about that too.
Yep. And we will share it on another episode.
Okay. So next time, so